Hey, hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we'll discuss about multi-threading in Java. So first let us see what are the disadvantages of single-threaded systems and why we are not using it nowadays. So the first disadvantage of single-threaded system is parallel processing is not easy to achieve. Why parallel processing is not easy to achieve? Because a single thread can perform single task at a time. So suppose you are performing one task, that thread is busy, so you can't perform any other task because you don't have any other thread remaining. The second disadvantage of single-threaded system is if some processes is slow or blocking, complete system will be blocked because you have a single thread running. So suppose you did one API call which is taking 10 to 15 seconds to give you a response. So since you have only single thread and that thread will wait for the response, so it is blocked. And since you don't have any other thread remaining, your program will be in a hanged state or a blocked state. The third disadvantage of single-threaded system is we will not be able to utilize the resources properly because you have a single thread and if that thread is performing some task which is consuming very less memory or CPU, you will not have any other thread to perform other tasks to consume the remaining memory and CPU. So, proper utilization of resources is not possible with single thread. The fourth disadvantage of single thread system is if the thread crashes due to some exception or error, then your complete process will crash. So now we will see the comparison between a single threaded system and a multi-threaded system. So on the left we have a single threaded system and this system is talking with system 1, system 2 and system 3. And suppose our scenario is like that, system 3 depends on the system 1 output and system 2 is independent of system 1. So if I have a single threaded system, since I have only one thread, first I'll call system 1, I'll get the response back. I'll call system 2 with the same thread. After I get a response back, I'll take the input of system 1 and pass it to system 3 to get a response back. So here I have to wait for T1 plus T2 plus T3 seconds because I have a single thread and I can't call system 2 or system 3 simultaneously. But in a multi-threaded system, if you will see, since I know I my system 1 and system 2 are independent, I'll parallelly create two threads, thread 1 and thread 2, and I'll call system 1 and system 2 both at time t1. Then after I get a response from system 1, I'll pass it to system 3 at time t2. So here I am able to perform the same task in t1 plus t2 seconds, which might be way less than previous because it might be possible system 2 is a blocking kind of system and it takes 10 to 15 seconds to send the response, which is the use time in real life systems. Next, we will see the advantages of multi-threading system. So the first clear advantage of multi-threading system is we'll have an optimal utilization of resources because we have parallel threads running. So even if one thread is not utilizing the resources, there are multiple other threads which are utilizing the resources. The second thing is concurrency of parallel processing. As we have seen in previous examples, system 1 and system 2 we have called parallelly. So we are able to do parallel calls, we are able to perform parallel processes. The third is we can create a non-blocking system design. So we have two kinds of systems. One is blocking, one is non-blocking. So blocking systems are those in which thread will wait for the response to come back and then perform the other operations. And non-blocking systems are those in which thread will not wait for the response to come back. When the response will come, some other thread will take it. So we can easily design non-blocking system because we have multiple threads running. The fourth is program will be responsive even if one thread process is time consuming. That means suppose we did a API call which is taking 10 to 15 seconds. If we need to perform some other process, since we have multiple threads running, we need not to wait for that first 10 to 15 seconds process to complete and we can do parallel processes using multiple different threads. And the fifth advantage of multi-threading system is we can utilize if we have a multiple processor system, then we can utilize it properly. We can utilize it properly. Now we'll see how we can create threads in Java. So Java provides us two ways to create threads. One is by extending a thread class, and second is by implementing a renewable interface. We'll see the difference between both in the next video. So here if you see an example, we have two classes, one is a main class and one is a counter class. Counter class extends thread and it also, as soon as it extends thread, it needs to override a method which is run method. So I have a constructor in a counter class which takes two parameters. First is a count and second is a sleep. So count parameter is up to how much till how much this counter needs to count, and sleep parameter is after counting each value how much sleep it has to take. So in the run method, if you see, I have a loop from I is equals to 0 to count. Then I'm printing the current name of the thread, and then I'm printing the current count value, and then I am sleep. Then the thread will sleep for a sleep millisecond. Now in the main class, if you will see, I am creating two threads, thread 1 and thread 2. Both will count up to 4, but thread 1 will have a sleep of 1000 milliseconds, and thread 2 will have a sleep of 2000 milliseconds. Now, if it is a single threaded system, counter 1 ideally take 4 seconds and counter 2 will take 8 seconds. So both will take 12 seconds simultaneously if it is a single threaded system. Now we will see how much it took in a multi-threaded system. So since we have two threads running parallelly, as soon as I'll start the thread, at the end I'll print the total time taken. And here at the output, if you will see, the total time taken is only 8 seconds, that is 8034 milliseconds. So in this way, using the multi-threaded systems, we're able to perform the task parallelly and we're able to perform the task quickly. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video.